Friends, welcome to my channel. In last video, we learned tuples, that is the data structure of Python. And now I am going to discuss set, which is another data type of, another data structure of Python. So first, we need to understand what is set. So set is a collection of unique items or elements. Suppose when you go to school, when we were school students, so we used to put our books, pen, pencil, bottle, tiffin in bag. Suppose you put your tiffin and bottle in a same chain. That means when we use in our bag there are two or three chains. So or we can I can say two or three separate places. So if I put my tiffin and my bottle in the same space, then will it be on the same position after 1 hour or after 2 hours? No, it can change their positions. That means while walking or while cycling, tiffins and bottles can interchange their position. So I can say that when we put something in a bag, put some things and foods in a bag, they don't they didn't maintain their order, or they don't maintain their order. So set is like a bag. Or if I go for a say, let's suppose this world is a set, and we, the human beings, are elements in this world. As we all know that each person is different from others. That means all persons are unique. Their unique habits, their unique personalities. So we can consider the world as a set and we are the elements. And because each members or each person is different from others, so no one can change yourself. I mean, no one can copy your personality, or no one can replace you. So in the same context, we can say that the elements present in a set are immutable. That means no one can replace the item present in the set. But set is not immutable. Set is mutable. We can add or remove elements, but we cannot change the element, or we cannot change the property of element. In the same manner, like no one can take your place. I can give a more example. Like suppose, can Shahrukh Khan be Salman Khan, or Akshay Kumar be Hrithik Roshan? No, it is not possible. That's why I said the elements present in set are immutable. That means no one can change the elements easily, or I could say directly. If their soul will exchange, that is another matter. Another matter. Now let's come to the point. So here I have written some important points about set. So I am going to read and then I will explain. So first, that is collection of unique items. That means no duplicates will store in the set. So if I want, let me give an example. So here I have written, that means I have created a reference name as of type set and then assigning operator. I have one important thing I would like to mention, that the data, that means the items of set, will get stored in curly braces. That means we would store the elements in curly braces. As we all know that the elements of list are stored in square bracket, elements of tuple are stored in parentheses, and the elements of set would store in curly braces. And also dictionary will have the same syntax. That means dictionary elements of dictionary would also stored in curly braces. So now let me print this and let's see what's gonna happen. So I want to print. Oh, 8 minutes. Sorry. Wait. Let me uncomment these lines. Okay. Now let's print. Now what is happening? There was some error. Okay. Now let me run this program. So we can see that here we have given two. That means two numbers of 5. That means 2 times 5. But when I execute the program, when I did execute it, then what we got 4, 5, 6, 7, and there is no double 5. So if we put the elements, that means if we use duplicate items and store in set, it will return us just unique elements. One thing I also want to show, let me print it again. Okay, one more time I need to print. Okay, I will show you later. Now let me comment this line and let's again move to our points. Okay, so next point is it is unordered. That means in we have seen in tuple in list that they maintain their insertion order. That means if I have insert the element, I mean in in which order I have inserted the element, it would return me the same order. But instead, it is not it is not ordered. That means the item doesn't have a fixed position or index. So what is next point? We will discuss this another point later. Now it is mutable. That means set is mutable. You can add or remove elements. But as I have said that the elements present in set cannot be changed. That means elements present in set are immutable, like numbers. You can never change 8 by any other number. You can never change -1 by any other negative integer. So in the same manner, or I can say string. We cannot change string, as well as we cannot change the elements of tuple, as we have already seen that in tuple. Okay, let me go to the tuple, then we will understand better. Okay, so in tuple, we can see we didn't add or remove any element because it is not possible, as we know that tuples are immutable. Now let's move to the second line. So it is unchangeable. Once added, you cannot change an item directly, but you can add or remove items. As we know, as we have just show an example of world. So when one got birth and then it can only die. In that way, we can we can say that God removed any person from this earth. So it is unchangeable. Now next line is supports mathematical set operations. We have written some course here, line number 22 to line number 28. So here we are using mathematical operations. We will discuss it later. First, let's go line by line. So it can be homogeneous as well as heterogeneous. Now you can see in line number 9, I have given an example which is example of homogeneous. But in line number 12, I have given an example of heterogeneous. So sets are heterogeneous as well as homogeneous. Now let's run the program. Okay, let me explain first. I have created a reference called my underscore set, then column, and that this is of type set. So I have given some, or I have stored some elements in my set, in my underscore set. This is the first element, and this is a string form. That means Sanaya is of type string, and 85 is of type integer, and 2 is of type boolean, and 32.5 is of type floating number, and 87 is again a type of integer. That means int. Now let's run our program. So we can see, yes. Now let's move to the line number 3. As we already know that it is unordered, I have just discussed, the items don't have a fixed position or index. That means like list and like tuple, set doesn't maintain the insertion order. As we can see, I have stored Sanaya at first, but when I executed this program, it is giving me Sanaya at third position. So, and 85 at fourth position. So it, okay, let me run it again. So now we can see again the second time when I executed the program, it is giving me another, that means another positions of the items. That means we can see 32.5 is at first position, true is at second, but Sanaya is now at fifth position. That's why I said it is unordered. Let me say is unordered. Now clear. Let's clear the terminal. Okay, as I had said that we can add or remove items. So here I am going to use this function. Actually, add and remove are the inbuilt functions of set. There are many inbuilt functions of set, but now we are going to learn just two easy inbuilt functions of set. Later we will discuss other inbuilt functions also. So first I have written my underscore set, and and I'm using add function with the help of dot operator, and I am going to add an element which is of type string. As we can see, okay, let me uncomment this line. Okay, so as we can see that I have given this element, or I have written this element within single quote, so it is of type string. Now let me print the program. So we can see that sanaya@gmail.com get stored in my underscore set. That means in my set, it is get it stored. Okay, so let me. Okay, so next we can see here I am using remove function with the help of dot operator, and I am going to remove the element which is 85. So it will get removed. Okay, let me run the program. So we can see that 85 got removed from this state. As we can say, previously it was present in the set, but now it is not present. That means it is absent because I have removed the element 85. So in this manner, we can add or remove, but we cannot change the elements. If I want to change the element Sanaya with another name like Tanvi or like Sital, like Puja or like Karan, it will not going to happen. That's why I said that once added, you cannot change an item directly. If you say that I can go here and I can change this name, it is manually. You cannot use any function or you cannot operate this to change the element. Manually, it can be changed, but not using force. Okay, let me delete the terminal. So we have seen two inbuilt functions of set. In next video, we will go for other inbuilt functions. But now I am going to use some other operations. Okay, here I have, let me, uh, okay, I will show one by one. So first, as I have given as a comment using mathematical operations, I said like in maths we use set, or I can say when we learn set we use we use some operation. So like a union, intersection, difference, or subset, superset. So we will do the same thing here. So here first I have created a reference called S1 of data type set, and I had stored some elements, those are unique. And again I have created a second reference called S2 of data type set, and again I have given some element, or I had stored some element. So first let's go the line number 24. When we will use union function with the help of dot operator, so what it will give me in return. So first understand, when we use union, or when we, okay, let me first clear what is union. So union is actually addition. When I'm using, when I use here union function, it will give me the addition of set 1 and set 2. That means whatever element present in the set 1 and set 2 will combine, but not repeatedly. That means we can see set 1 is containing 5 and set 2 is also containing 5. In the final output, we will get only one 5. So simply we can say union means addition and interaction means difference. So let me first print. Okay, now I'm going to print. So we can see that we got the element which is present in is S1 set like 1, 3, 6, 8, 9, and 5. So we can see 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9. As we can say, or we can see in second set 3, 5, 9, 8, 6 also present. That's why we got the element S1. In the same manner, I can say that S1 is a subset, S2 is a subset of S1. Okay, we will discuss it later. First, okay, if I put some other elements like, okay, I'm going to enter 2. Okay, let me delete this 5. I'm going to okay, 0. Okay, let's run the program. Now we can see that 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9. These are not elements present in a single set. These are addition of this S1 and S2 set. So we can see that 0 was in second set and 1 was in first set. But we got the 0 and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9 because we add the elements present in set 1 and set 2 and then it is going to, that means Python will go and check that whether any element is going to store twice, then it will delete one and it will return us only unique elements. So in this manner, we can use unique union function. Now I'm going to use intersection function and I'm going to uncomment this line. Okay, so when we use intersection, it will give us in return the difference of sets. That means whatever element present in set 1 and set 2, it will give me just common elements. We will get the common element. So we can see that 9 is present here, and that means 9 is present in the second set, and 9 is also present in the first set. 6 is present in the second set, also present in first set, and 3 is also common, 8 is also common. So it will give me just these number. Okay, let me print. So we can see 8, 9, 3, 6. It is giving me just difference. That means the elements actually not really difference. It is giving me the common element present in the both state. Okay, now let's move to the difference. So now I'm going to use difference function with the help of dot operator and I'm going to print S1 difference S2. So whatever element present in S1, so when we use difference function, it will give, first it will cancel the element common in both sets. That means we can see 6 is common, 8 is common, 9 is common and 3 is also common. So it will first cancel out the common elements, then it will return only the elements left in set S1. Why? Because we are using here S1 difference S2, S1 dot difference S2. If we use S2 difference S1, then it will return. It will first cancel the common element, then it will return the rest elements of set 2. So let me uncomment this line also, and now I'm going to print so that we can. Okay, so let me highlight this. Okay, so we can see that in S1 element, first it cancel out the common elements, then it is going to give me just element left in set S1 because I have used S1 dot difference within parenthesis S2. That's why it is giving me S1 minus S2 and I got just 1 and 5 because all elements are getting going to cancel out but only 1 and 5 left. But we can also see that in set 2 there is 2 and 0 which is not common but we are not going we are not getting the elements while using difference function, because I have already said that here I am using S1 difference S2, so it is giving me the elements left in S1. When I go for line 27, here I am using S2 difference S1, so it will return me the elements left in set 2. That's why I got 0 and 2 as output. That means we can see that all elements are cancelled out, but 0 and 2 are left. That's why we got 0 and 2 as the output. Okay. Now let's move to the symmetric difference. Okay, first let me comment this line. When we use symmetric_difference function with the help of dot operator, it will return me the elements present in both S1 and S2 after cancelling the common elements. As I have already said, when we use S1 difference S2, S1 dot difference S2, it will return the elements left in the set S1 after cancelling the common elements. And when I use S2 dot difference S1, then it will return me the elements present, that means the elements left in the set 2 after cancelling the common elements. But when we use symmetric difference, it will return me the elements left in both the sets after cancelling the common, or we can say actually common elements. Okay, now let me print this line and check. So it is giving me 0, 1, 2, 5. As we can see here that we are getting the element 1 and 5 because we had used S1 difference S2, and we got the output as 0, 2 when we used S2 difference S1. But when we use symmetric difference, it is giving me both, I mean, it is giving me the elements present in the left elements present in both sets. Okay, this is the function of set. Actually, we have used here add, remove, union, intersection, difference, and symmetric difference. These are all inbuilt function of Python. Inbuilt function of set. In next video, we will discuss another important inbuilt functions of set. Thank you very much. Stay happy and healthy.